What is going on, world? Your boy Shinryu back again with another video for today. We're just bringing it back to back. We still have a few more to go through. This one is going to be about the witch Juri. Okay. Now I happened to see one of Pain Blaine's video where he was talking about some bug, very major crazy bug. The whales might want to have a look at that. But that gives them yet another advantage over the free to play, because for that bug to actually succeed, you're going to have unlocked this feature called where is it? Substitute. Without that, you can forget about it. So that's just all I'm going to say about that. But we are going to be focusing more on the Juri character, okay? The witch. All right. Something tells me that the devs messed up because of the build of the characters. You can see, quite perky in the looks. That's most I'm gonna say. No, these guys in their, maximization of all these, sexual traits that some of these female characters have. I guess I feel some people, not one of them though. So let's get into it. All right. So new character. I looked at a kit prior because, like I said before, I'm going to seize the game because I actually heard I was recording and my stuff actually crashed, and I didn't want to go and start editing the crash video. I just want to use that sort of, parameter to make it a little bit better because I had mixed that video up. So we're going to skip that. I'm going to talk about the passes first of all. You know how we do. This is pretty much the part I want to talk about first. That's where we're going to be seeing what the key feature is. And that would also let us understand the character a little bit more. So, upon taking fatal damage for the first time, transform into a bat and cling to the wall to recover 20% of max HP every second for 5 seconds. During this time, gain super armor. After the recovery is complete, activate Bloody Wings, Fang Shu Engine, that's what it's called. This effect can only trigger once per battle. So, you take fatal damage. She tries to run. Alright? Turns to a bat. Makes her small. Right? You're recovering HP 20% every 5 seconds. Right? Of maximum HP. Alright, so this is max HP. So almost like all you need is this every 5 seconds. How long does this last for? Oh, every second or 5 seconds. So that's 5 and 20 is 100, isn't it? Does that mean she's going to get a full HP back in that period? However, during this period, there's no damage reduction. You can still attack the bat. That's what you're saying, okay? Now, if you go on level 2, which, like I said before, forget this level 2, level 3, level 4, you probably would have fulfilled criteria. The damage reduction is by 50%. So even if you're attacking the bat, it's still popping up and getting back. Now, when you get a level 3, which, like I said before, you would have been fulfilled that, she's immune. So now you can't even affect her anymore. Kind of like, Virgil. She has the Virgil. And you see why? This is one of the reasons why I don't like to really be, hard on these collab characters, right? One of the reasons why I'm actually even convinced that even my Go Magala can, it's not going to be getting my Chaotic Starlight. No, sir. Now we have someone who actually has that sort of like damage immunity or whatever. Instead of turning into, the devil mode that they turn to, right? Manji mode, as they call it in Devil May Cry. She's turned to a bat. Almost the same, structure, technicality, whatever. But now she's immune, and now gain damage immunity and control immunity while you're recovering. So in total, you can't even control her. You can't get her on your side, none of that stuff, and no damage immunity as well. So that's pretty much all this passive is going to get you. All right, now when you're in this mode, you're going to lose HP equal to 5% of your current health, your current HP, every second. You're also going to gain 50% life steal rate. So you want to be attacking as often as possible with her. You're going to have 15% increased attack, 15% increased damage reduction, and 100% effective accuracy. Wow. I wonder what effects you're going to be applying, what debuffs and stuff. But Also, the number of attack damage increased by 100%, and it will fill a combo gauge by an additional 50. Super armor cannot be knocked, and she cannot be knocked back. So I don't know. She's an assassin, given a tanky vibe right here. So yeah, that's something you want to look out for. She's looking amazing right now. Maybe slightly better than Ken, but Ken is fire. Don't get me wrong there. So going over to the next part right now for the super combo. Spread wings and dash forward to strike the nearest target for 7 times. Target 7 times. Probably want to consider the Chun-Li EX move there. The Chun-Li EX, not the Chun-Li EX move. The Chun-Li, what's that move called again? Fighting Soul. Yeah, you want to put that in there since you're going to be attacking as often as possible. Or you can obviously put something else in there, but with multiple attack characters, you want to consider that Fighting Soul move. Okay, go back to the gallery section and get things continued. All right, and the damage is equal to 560% of attack. The final blow, 100% chance to deal weaken. That's the debuff you get it right there. This skill has 50% life steal rate, so you're gonna be even sucking the life. Does give me that vampire vibe, right? They call it witch Juri, but she looks more like a vampire to me. They could have vampire Juri instead, in my own opinion, but yeah. When you're level 2, each strike deals additional true damage equal to 3% of the target's mission HP, capped at 20% of attack. And at level 3, while you have the Bloody Wing Fang Shui engine active, every 1% of critical rate increases the skill's damage by 1%. And now this is what Bloody Wings actually says, okay? You're gonna lose. We already read this before, so we're gonna just skip that. We don't know what that is. Her C1, okay, spiral up into the air and cause an explosion that strikes the enemy target 6 times, dealing damage equal to 230% of attack. Every 1% of critical rate increases the skill's damage by 1%. This skill has a 10% life steal. Another, this time you're getting 10% of steal. Target is if the enemy target is afflicted with weaken. So if they already have weaken, the skill damage is increased by 20%. That is crazy. You're gonna be needing someone like who's the dispeller that we have right now? Because they're not saying this cannot be dispelled. We got a character recently. Oh yeah, Rose. This is gonna want to make you to have Rose, Divine Rose on your opposing team, okay? To be clearing these debuffs as often as possible, alright? If Bloody Wings is active, gain 30% critical damage when unleashing this skill. Alright, and now of course Bloody Wings is being described again, and then for 2, kick out a blade of blood. Hold on, I want to see the animation. Okay. Kick out a blade of blood that strikes the nearest target 4 times, dealing damage equal to 287% of attack. The final blow deals true damage equal to 50% of the target's lost HP, up to 180% of the fighter's attack. This skill has a 20% life steal rate. Skill has a 20% life steal rate. Wow. So you want to be doing this if you want to be getting more health back as often as possible. And while Bloody Wing is active, every 1% of critical rate, the same thing as what happens on the C1, I believe. Yeah. And for the level 3, each strike has a 5% base chance to inflict weaken. So you do this, you can get weaken as quickly as possible. So you probably want to skip the super combo 1 for now. I'm thinking, so that you can do the 2. What am I saying? You have to do this so you can do 2. You probably want to skip this one. Alright? Well, we're going to try it out when we're testing the character out, okay? So far the character is looking really bloody, okay? Looking like an event caliber kind of character. She's looking really dope. So that is quite impressive there. Alright, we're going to go right ahead and look into the Fighting Soul, okay? With the Fighting Soul, this is for the assist. The fighter gains 100% increased effect resist. You can debuff the character has been assisted. Okay, that's cool. While Bloody Wings is active, the fighter gains 35% increased attack and takes 35% less damage. Okay? Crazy. When Bloody Wings is active, the fighter no longer constantly loses HP. Okay, so now that once you put a fighting soul on there, that losing HP buff that you get on here. Where is it? Yeah, lose HP equal to this. When you have the Bloody Wings, no longer becomes an issue anymore. Yeah, I don't know I don't know how detrimental the third one is, but if it is detrimental, then the plus 30 will definitely be worth it. Otherwise, you can save it unless you have enough. The last one we're gonna look at is Garage. Okay, so the first set of stars. Okay, 15 seconds after entering the battle, acquire combo 3. Ketsuken, activate Bloody Wings, and strike the nearest target 3 times, dealing damage equal to 800% of attack in total, with 30% life steal. The final blow has a 100% base chance to inflict, weaken, and only trigger once per battle. Somehow you get combo 3 once you have that 1 star. And on the second star, when unleashing Ketsuken to enter Bloody Wings state, critical rate increases by 20% while in this state. She is looking like a main character, right? We've seen different kind of mechanics occur in the game right now. She's delivering another kind of mechanic to the game as well. So very, very interesting, very, very good character. All right, I'm going to go into her bio. I'm going to check her out and see how she performs. Oh, and now we're going to face. Look at the caliber. Let's look at the caliber of the opponents. Sagat comes up first. Okay. A-chan, we're getting good caliber opponent. Oh, you know what? Okay. Goken. Oh. You know what? This is already telling us that this is going to be like a dope character. This is going to be a top tier character. No sleep on the caliber of opponents. I'm telling you guys, it definitely really matters. And the way a kid is built, unlike Ken, who is heavily dependent on his teammates. That's how you're going to make him the best version of himself. Okay. This one isn't, right? And don't forget, she's a factional character, meaning you get the bonus. With legendary characters, you miss out on the bonuses, so that's one thing to also consider as well. Okay, so let's go right ahead and who do we want to give her? Let's give her a tank. All right, although I want to explain her as a tank. She's an assassin, so she's probably going to stay. Let's see if we can get people behind her. Okay, we did get people behind her. All right, and we're going to go and we're just going to put her in there. Alright, so let's see how it works. She works out, okay? Ken's was a bit difficult because he didn't have the right teammates. What's going on here? There is nobody with a C1. Wow, I didn't take note of that. Let's go and increase the pace. But that gives us a chance to see what happens when she gets fatal damage. Let's see what the bat looks like. Ooh, there's the bat. Alright. It almost looks like, so you see what I was saying? She gets 100% health because that's what 100% is. That's what every 20% is for 5 times, right? And after that, she's out. But I was trying to, okay, so we've seen her tank capabilities right now. She just had a second chance to come back. That's pretty much it. Just she's not tanky, so we're gonna go right ahead and put the right kind of characters around her. Let's use Cam instead. Alright, so let's go and let's do what we gotta do. And the side over here is mean though. And there is a C3 that she has right now. There was a C3 option that popped up. She had only C1 and C2, but C3 came up as an option. Oh, I messed up there. I was trying to trigger that C2 again. Alright, bat mode. She's definitely immune in this case, so you can't do nothing to her. I keep forgetting that most of the other characters that I have don't have a C1, so That was actually a mistake on my part there. But she's looking really good right now. I love that option where she could do a C3. All right, that was kind of like I didn't even expect that. I thought I had selected the wrong set of moves when I actually clicked on I believe it was Kami I did, and then I saw the C3 option. So we're gonna try that and see if the C3 option comes up the first time. Well, she has the garage, so it should be available for her. But I think I don't know if you can only do it once. We're gonna have a look and see for sure. And I forgot again, she has no one that can do a C1. That's the only advantage I've seen so far with some of the characters I'm pairing up with. I need to find someone that actually has like a C1, okay? We can't keep taking this risk. This is at 2 and 3s. We need a C1. It's coming up. No, it's coming this way 2 and a 3. Why am I going over 2? When the C1, another C1. Okay, let's go with him. And let's go with Kami. Let's see how this one pans out, okay? We're just doing a regular test. This is not the main test. This is not what we're going to be focusing on with the trial, with the limited trial events. Because it's not a limited trial event. It's just pretty much the option that you have every time. It's almost the same thing except without the rewards. That's all it is. So there you go. She gets the C3. I want to see if it's still available after the first attempt. I hope somebody's man, these guys are way faster than we are. They're so slow though. Okay. So you can see the C3 option doesn't come up again. We only had that one time to do it. So alright. As you can see, for her, slightly easier. She is definitely a very, very dope character, okay? So my verdict, I'm gonna say that this character is really good. My concern right now is we free to play don't actually have the chance to get her yet. Those who are paid to win, there is a bit of a bug going on right now that can have them exploit this. I have no idea what devs are going to do about it. My suggestion though will be, since we're behind, I'll just give a free unit character, because I don't know how you're going to take it back, because a lot of people probably would have done a lot of spin to try and get more copies of Inferno characters or Master characters and to get this done. But we're going to see how it actually pans out. So we're going to look at the next couple of days to see if devs does anything about it. But apparently, for some reason, she's available right now. But yeah, she's definitely a very, very impressive unit. So I'm impressed with what I'm seeing so far. Okay. Otherwise, it's going to be time for Elena in our next video here. I do appreciate your patience as we go through these characters one by one. These characters are heavily, detailed in that we can't just wrap all of them up quickly as possible. We want to show you're seeing what you're going to be getting, and not only that, it is important to see how the character performs, not just by kit alone. So with Fashion Ken, very, very great character, very, very great unit, but it's going to depend on the teams around him. That gives me a bit of hope that he's going to end up being free. Like I said before, I don't want the character taking too long to actually acquire. Either something that is short, like a 1 week, whatever, or 7-day login, whatever, it comes up as soon as available. They don't need to tease character for us. They already have the character exposed for 6 days to our availability. So that might as well be the tease. And as soon as it's available, let the character be available to the community. They've been doing great so far. I like what they've been doing with the new stuffs. Of course, I'm going to be talking about Elena soon. And am I concerned about the fact that she's factional rather than Master or Inferno as a special unit character? We will see about that. Otherwise, it's been your boy Shinryu. I appreciate your time here tuning into the video. Make sure you smash a like. Subscribe to the channel as well. Help this channel grow. You guys have been great so far. You guys have pushed me far, even without, like I said, any promotion. We're going close to 50, and I can see that we'll be getting there shortly with the help of you guys. Okay, thanks again for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.